As someone who's shown and raised cattle since I was 10 years old, I often get the question, what is showing cattle all about? Well, today my goal is to tell you a little bit about showing cattle and what all goes into it by talking about the daily care, show day preparation, and tips and tricks for the show ring. The first part of daily care is feeding. Brent Peterson, a longtime breeder and showman, says he feeds his cattle 6 pounds a day, twice a day, to total 12 pounds. He feeds them once in the morning and once at night. After he feeds them in the morning, then we put the halters on them and we wash them using shampoo all over their bodies. Then we mix vinegar, conditioner, and water and pour that over their backs. That was recommended to us by Tom Hawk, who's a manager of Del Hawk Cattle Company, which is a very successful cattle company. After that, we brush them using one of these. It helps to get all the water out of their hair and get all the hair going in the same direction. Then we dry them using a heavy-duty blow dryer. After that, they stand for approximately 2 hours with their heads tied high. We do that to help strengthen their back and make them get used to having their head up because they have to have it up in the show ring. Then all day they lay down tied up with hay and a fan blowing on them to keep them cool. We check on them during the day and clean up the stalls. Then at night, we'll rinse them and brush them again using this and release them to the pasture. In the pasture, they'll eat their feed, eat hay and grass. They get some exercise by walking through the pasture, and they'll sleep for the night. All the parts of our daily routine are put into place to make show day go as smooth as possible. On show day, there's a lot of preparation. First starts the fitting. Fitting is very complicated. You pull all the hair up on their legs and back and body using one of these combs. Makes them look more fluffy. And you'll use some heavy-duty hairspray with this comb on the legs to make their hair stand out. And then Sullivan's Supply gave this diagram. They're a leader in supplying cattle supplies and show supplies, I guess. This shows a little bit about where to fit and clip, which is like trimming their hair. Some supplies you need for being in the show ring: you need a leather halter, it looks more professional on the calf, and you need a show stick, which is a long stick with a curve at the end to move their feet and scratch them when you get them set. The preparation for the show all leads up to the big moment when you walk into the ring. So some show tips are: when you walk into the ring, the ringman will tell you where to go, and if you follow their directions and the people in front of you and stand where they tell you, you'll be just fine. Make sure you stand in line with others. That way the judge can compare your calf with others. When you're walking, make sure you hold the head up high, and also when you're standing, hold it up high. And the stance you want to use is the stance in this picture where the front feet are even with each other and the back feet are staggered a little. Once you get them in your stance, just scratch the calf using the show stick to make sure that it stays calm and stays still. Today I told you about the daily care of show cattle, some show day preparation, and some tips and tricks for the actual show. I hope you all learned a bit about what showing cattle is all about. If you have any questions, feel free to comment and I will do my best to answer.